Skating after you're 30 can often feel like your body is sending you a retirement notice. Every pop, every slam, every session suddenly comes with a 3-day recovery plan. But here's what's crazy. Most older skaters miss 3 things that when changed, completely change the game for them. Fix them and you don't just extend your skate life, you actually rewrite what it means to skate in your 30s, 40s, and beyond. What's going on, guys? If you don't know me, my name's Dan, and I actually started skating later in life myself. I spent 15 years as a strength coach, the last 5 of them completely dedicated to training skaters like you all around the world. In that time, I've seen the same mistakes that older skaters make over and over again. So today, I'm here to break them down for you and give you the simple fixes. Let's get started. First up, the number 1 thing that trips most older skaters up, volume management. When I talk about volume, I'm talking about how much you skate, time, frequency, and intensity. You see, the difference between, call it youthful skaters, and let's say the older legends, isn't how much you can handle, it's how much you can recover from. Let's look at my fancy graph. This graph represents the process from which your body recovers from skating. Every skate session is a stressor. You go out, you throw a stimulus at it, it dips into fatigue, and then it rebuilds into higher new levels of performance. Stronger, more endurance, bigger pop, better tricks. But as we get older, recovery starts to slow down thanks to all the other stresses in our adult lives. So here's what happens. You skate, you dip into fatigue, and before your body can recover and adapt, you're already back on your board. And that leaves you stuck down here. And that's when all these guys show up. The mistake most older skaters make is overestimating what they can do in a day, a session, or a week, and completely underestimating what they could potentially do in a couple of months or even a year. They want progress fast, so they load up on big sessions multiple times a week, all at high levels and intensity. Now, just because you're older doesn't mean you're fragile like some sensitive little snowflake. You just need to change your tactic in how you get there, particularly avoiding these big spikes in volume over a short period of time. The switch is simple. Start with smaller sessions, balance hard days with light, and actually listen to your body and how it's recovering, not just your skate ego. A good rule of thumb here is a 10% rule. Don't increase your total skate time or sessions done by more than 10% from the previous week. So if you skated for a total of 3 hours last week, simply add 15 to 20 minutes total in the following week. If you skated 2 sessions, add a 3rd one in only when you've been consistent and your body is ready for it. It doesn't sound like much in the short term, but stacked over months, it allows your body to adapt and keep you out of the injury zone. Because if you learn to manage your volume properly, you'll still get to where you want to go. You just manage to get there without breaking yourself along the way. Speaking of recovery, let's talk about why your pop seems to disappear overnight as soon as you turn 30. Your body's changing, but that doesn't mean that you're doomed to skate like you're stuck in the mud. The real issue is your tendons aren't getting the same workout they used to from everyday life. You see, when we were younger, we ran, we jumped, we sprinted, we played. All of that naturally conditioned your tendons to be springy and resilient. As adults, not so much. So when you get back to skating in your 30s and 40s, your tendons are completely deconditioned to the forces skating places on them. That's why your pop feels weaker and why you tend to get smashed with overuse injuries like Achilles or quad tendon issues. Not to mention your muscles and joints get overly sore and abused because your tendons aren't handling the loads they're supposed to, so they send those forces further up and down the chain. The fix? Plyometrics. Just 2 10 to 15 minute sessions a week can recondition those tendons so they store and release energy like springs again. Mix in pogos, split leaves, and hops. These simple drills give your tendons the exact stimulus they need so your pop feels alive again instead of stuck in quicksand. This final piece of the puzzle goes beyond skating. It's about quality of life off the board as well. You see, after the age of 30, we start losing our muscle mass through a natural aging process called sarcopenia. And that muscle mass is the same stuff that helps you push, absorb impact, pop, and skate longer without your old man back screaming at you. It's also what allows you to do the simple day-to-day things without your body feeling wrecked. The one thing that can reverse or at least slow down that decline, strength training. Even just 2 40-minute sessions a week can be a complete game changer. By focusing on big compound lifts like squats, lunges, single leg deadlifts, presses, and pulls, you'll feel stronger, more powerful, and way less beat up. Not just on board, but in every other part of life as well. The beauty here isn't just extending your skate life, it's making your 30s, 40s, and beyond some of your strongest skate years ever. And what's even more powerful is how some of these principles completely flip the idea of aging on its head. It's not about decline, it's about adaptation. And when you start implementing these 3 simple things, the best trick you'll land is longevity in itself. If however you want more, there's a full system laid out for you in the Older G's program as part of the Skateboard Strength app. It's where I've put all these strategies together in one simple, easy to use plan that's truly changing the game for older skaters all around the world. Be sure to check it out, links down below. Catch you on the next one.